Alright, part 2 of this video. We went on about the oh god. Went about how to start up a match, how to gain data, and all that type of stuff. Now once you gain that, and you know how your opponent plays, you're gonna want to fight based on the information that is given. So in this case, it's all about, pretty much going to talk about baiting, how to bait reactions and then punish. Know when to attack and know when to give up an attack, so you can bait something, mindfuck your opponent, and then get a hit. So here we go. So now, let's say based on all the stuff that I did, like, you know, I'm doing stuff like this, whatnot, I noticed that my opponent, he's very flinchy. Like, he likes to roll a lot. He likes to roll a lot. So what you do something that will make your opponent roll. So let's say in this case, every time I jump and try to fair my opponent, he will sidestep, right? So I'm gonna recreate that situation, but at the last minute I'm gonna change it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump and then just land and not do anything. He sidesteps, I get a grab. That's a little dangerous. Well, it's not really that dangerous if you know they're gonna do that. You could be safe and then just have them sidestep the fair and then just, you know, jab them, whatever the case may be. So I'll give you a more practical situation. Every time I would jump in and I try to fair, my opponent rolled back, right? So now I'm gonna recreate that situation, but I'm gonna change it up. When I do this, my opponent is gonna expect, oh, he's gonna fair, so I'm gonna roll behind him and then, you know, just punish him. But oh, word, I got something for your ass. Do that, jump back, they roll into you, and then you just grab them. Or jump back and they're there. That's ways to bait. And how did I know he was gonna do that? Oh, that was easy. Because every time I fared a few times, you know, he would try to roll behind me. I know every time I went near him in general, he would just try to roll behind me. So now I'm going to bait that so he can roll and I get a punish. He gets punished for trying to do something that's supposed to be safe. It's pretty much turning something safe unsafe. Because every time I did this, he would roll behind me. He was safe and he would get a punish. So now I'm going to take away that luxury. I'm going to take away that so-called safe situation, make it dangerous. I'm going to do that. Oh no, we ain't going to do that. We ain't going to trip. That's bad. You don't want to trip in this game. Very bad. So I'm going to jump back, and then he's going to run to my dare. That's how, like, for those that are playing me, you see me play matches, the reason I do this is because if I played you and I noticed you like to roll back a lot, I will get you in a situation where you rolled, and then I'll just do that. So it applies to sidestepping. If you notice you go near your opponent and he sidesteps a lot, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump, I'm going to wait, you sidestep, get dared. Or I'll just jump there, like I said, you can't sidestep that. If my opponent is grab happy out of block, like if he likes to try to grab, in Peach's case, I would just fair jab. If I notice he would try to wait for a double jab because he expects it, I don't know if he's going to expect it. Here's how I find out. Do that, you know, jab cancel. If you jab cancel properly and you space your moves, he cannot grab you. Nobody can grab you. Or delay the jab, they can't grab you. So that's pretty much how you bait. Baiting, pretty much, you get your opponent in a situation where they reacted to something, you know, the most common reaction that they would do in that situation, and then get them in that situation again, and then what you did to make that, to gain that reaction, don't do it. Like I said, a Peach's example, I was fair, I know my opponent would roll back. I'm like, okay. So this time I'm gonna jump, make it look like I'm fair. No, I'm do that, you know, and then he rolled into my dare. So this is pretty much how you bait reactions. You gain the data, you know, from the first segment of the video. You know how to data fish now. You know how to start off a match. You did all this and that while being saved, and you got a pretty general idea of what your opponent did and how he reacted. So now, how do you capitalize on that and punish what he does? Voila, there you go. That's how you do it. That's it. See, it ain't that hard, is it? Like I said, just be safe about it. That's all it is. Because like I said, you can never know what somebody's going to do all the time. Random time you think this is going to happen. Oh, he did this shit 99.9% of the time. So I know for a fact this shit's going to work. That 1% can screw you over and he does something else. So just like be safe about what you do. You know, based on the situation that you put your opponent, if like I said, I would go near my opponent, right? And I did that 80% of the time he was sidestepped. So now I get in that same situation again. I'm gonna go for a grab or short hop there. Even if you fuck up, even if he doesn't do that and he gets away from you, it's totally fine. Because you did not depend on luck. You actually strategized. You were like, alright, based on what you saw, you came up with a plan to punish him for doing that. That is good. If you mess up, you get hit, that's fine. Everybody does. You're not a mind reader. You know, people at random time, they do like weird dumb shit and you're stuck on like, okay, what the fuck, they really just do that? No, it doesn't matter. So yeah, that's pretty much how you go on about, you know, stuff like that. Baiting and punishment. I think that's what I'll probably call this segment of the video. I can't think of anything else, so I think I'll make this short. So yeah, step 1, data fishing. You know, you got a general idea of your, you know, how your opponent plays. Step 2 is how to punish or how to bait this reaction so you can punish. One thing to remember, matchups are important. Matchups let you know your options. Let you know what is safe, what is not safe, what you can and cannot do. You know, that matchups are important, so it's best to learn matchups. Once you learn matchups, do not play that matchup like pretty much the same way against everybody. Like, you go based on the matchups to let you know what you can and can't do, you know, shit like that. But remember, everybody thinks differently. Like, I've had a point in time where I played a certain character and like he was really freaking good and I beat his ass. And then I played somebody who wasn't as good as he is. He was like pretty balls. And I'm struggling with him and dropped a few games. And I'm like, why? And then I realized I'm expecting this guy to play the same as this top player because, you know, they play the same character. They may play the same character, but they think differently. They do different things. That's why data fishing is really important. Matchups let you know what you can and can't do in certain situations. Now, how to be safe, you know, stuff like that. But don't play the matchup exactly the same way. You have to, you know, pay attention to what your opponent is doing. And based on these videos, you already know how to do that. So yeah, with that said, I think this pretty much covers that section. I need to think of what the next one is going to be. Probably make it stage pressure and stage control. So yeah, with that said, later.